Hi guys, my name is Sana and welcome to my video. Today we're gonna talk about how I manifested my life in London and moving to London in general. So basically I had an idea of living in London since I was, 6, because I'm originally from Ukraine, and once I opened the English book I was like, you know what, I kind of felt something. I felt a little spark and I was like, okay, I think this is the city where I'm going to live. I don't know, since then I just was completely drawn to London and I couldn't even imagine me living somewhere else except London. So I knew that sometimes maybe it might be hard for me to move there, but I did know in my head that I will be definitely living there once in my life because I just felt completely connected to it. So let's talk about how I did manifest living in London, because I've been living in London for almost 2 years now. So basically when I was younger I had dreams about London all the time, and I do remember I did have a Blogspot, if you do remember this sort of website to create websites. It was Wix and it was Blogspot or something, and I did have my little vlog there, and even not vlog, mostly blog, and I've been writing there like, oh, I've been traveling, like manifesting my whole life actually. And I do remember that my dream was going to London, and I did watch some YouTubers at that time, and mind it, I was like 10 or something, and basically what I did, I zoomed in Big Ben on some video of the YouTuber, and I just realized, because I did know how to do the Photoshop, and I just photoshopped myself there. And mind it, I was 10 or 13 at that period of time, and like my Photoshop skills weren't the best, but they were at least something. So basically what happened afterwards, like I posted this thing, and you know what, I didn't know that Big Ben is just Big Ben. I thought it was Big Ben. Don't ask me, I was silly. And I do remember I posted it and I didn't go out to my friends for like a week, and then I appeared and I said like, yeah guys, you know what, I've been to London, fake it till you make it, guys. And I posted like pics on my blog, and they were like, oh, they are definitely photoshopped, I can't believe she went there, and so on. And I was like, yeah, I've been there. And I was like, literally, I was so sure that I've been there. So I don't know, I think I kind of manifested it. And you know what, I would say that definitely the universe was giving me signs that I'm going to live in London, because literally I had everything connected to London. I was drawn to it. Like even like at my English class, there was plenty of pictures of United Kingdom, because we were more certain about British English than American English, even though we all sound American or European. So basically, I was always taking pictures like near the Tower Bridge, near Big Ben, on like if there was a poster. Then whenever I was going somewhere like to another city, there was definitely were signs of Great Britain and especially London, and I had plenty of pictures with like Big Ben and like with the Beatles, because in the city where I'm from we have like a Liverpool area, like I would even say, we just call it Liverpool Square, and there's like Beatles there, and it just kind of looked like a little bit of London. So I was super drowned, and I had plenty of pictures posted on Instagram like, oh, I'm a British girl and so on. And I did one regression session. Who do not know what is this? So basically this is like when you are getting in your past lives, or you're resolving some issues through your conscious. And basically I've been there, and it was 2022 and the war already began, because it began on 24th of February. So I realized that I'm going to stay in Ukraine, because I had no idea how to go abroad. I never been abroad, and I was like, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying here. All of my friends were like, why wouldn't you apply for visa there? And I was like, no, I'm afraid, I was back to Kiev at that moment, and there was plenty of rockets, bombs, explosions, and like my nervous system couldn't take it anymore. And basically what I did, I do remember that it was like some specific day, and there was like a thing that you need to write a letter to your future self. So I decided to write down a letter, and actually I didn't remember about it. I remembered when I found it, when I was moving out from Kiev. Basically I just opened the drawer and I was like, what is that? And I'm just opening it and I'm seeing like, yeah, I'm living in London, central, because I do live in central London. So it's like, la la la, and I was like, what? Did I really do that? Did I really manifest it so easily? But it wasn't so easy, guys, trust me. Then the thing is, before I applied to visa, I was in a sort of relationship. And I do remember that I applied for like looking for someone responsible for me, because this is what was essential for Ukrainian people to get to the UK. I do remember it was in winter, and my friends were like, go get your visa, girl, and so on. And I just applied, but I didn't find anyone actually, because I realized that maybe at that time it wasn't the time. So I completely forgot that I applied somewhere and so on. And basically, I was just anxious about explosions every night and so on, because I still kept living in Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine, for those who doesn't know. So basically, what happened next, there's a law of manifesting, and basically this is about when you letting something go and then something bigger coming towards you. So I kind of thought like, what am I supposed to let go? And I do remember because I moved to London on October 3rd, 2023, so basically a year after. And also on that regression session, I saw me living in London. I was like, no, that won't be happening. Like I'm still in a relationship. I wouldn't be living him here. Afterwards, like I don't know why, it was like May or something, and my TikTok just randomly started to put London on my For You page. Mind it, guys, I never ever spoken about London with my friends. Never. We'd never had this conversation. It just was like, it wasn't for us to speak about, We kind of had some different topics. And basically, I was like, I'm kind of confused. And it was like, the sound like, this is like Bond Street, mind the gap between the train and the station. And I saw them all the time. I saw the King's College, and I saw just like London, what places to visit in London. And I was like, what the universe is trying to tell me? And mind it, I was still in a relationship. And then what happened next? I kind of like started to see signs, which was very, very weird. For example, I was in Tube in Kiev, and I'm just like scrolling, and I'm like looking up, and I'm seeing like a poster like Great Britain is waiting for you, and I was like, huh? What is going on? Then like suddenly all of my friends started to mention London during like our conversation. I was like, what is going on? What, we never spoken. Like for example, one of my friends was like, oh, you know what, my friend from London is coming, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, your friend from London? She's like, yeah. Then the other one, my cousin, was like, you know what, I have a visa to visit my uncle, and I'm planning to go to London very soon. And I was like, are you? Then like suddenly, like whenever I go somewhere, I see like posters like DJ from London, or like I'm just passing by the same streets, the same area that I've been passing every day. I'm passing by and I'm seeing like the cafe called London. What is going on? Like I was completely shocked. I didn't know how to react on it. I just knew that somehow my manifestation is working, because I think it's getting to that time when I was like about to go through it. And the thing is, in July, I'm breaking up with my boyfriend at that moment. Now he's my ex-boyfriend. And I think like 2 minutes after, after I messaged him like, yeah, we're done, I received a text from Homes for Ukraine, which are responsible for Ukrainians in the UK. Like, we found you a sponsor for your visa, and the thing is, sponsor is the person who is responsible for you. And I was like, and I was completely shocked because I didn't know what's going on. I literally just broke up with a boyfriend of mine of 2.5 years, and I was like, what is going on? And we had a chat with that sponsor, and he's still in my life. He's the best person. Actually, he is really, really the best person, and he's been guarding me all the time, and I'm super grateful for him to be in my life. So basically, we've spoken, and the thing is, I wouldn't like go in details, but he not living completely in the UK, and he said to me like, no, Sana, you need to live in London. And I was like, straight to London, because I do know that some, like most people, they go to like some smaller towns first and then they go to London. But I was lucky enough to get my place in London straight away. So, and the thing is, mind it, I had business at that moment. I was selling online English courses, and also I've been working at a trading company in Chicago, and I was kind of like okay with my life, right? I was living in Kiev, still anxious about explosions, rockets, bombing, and so on, because I lived central as well. And what happened next? Somehow I realized that like I won't be back to my ex, because I was so sure that I'm going to chase my dreams instead of men, which is, we're gonna talk about it later with you guys. And the thing is, afterwards, what I did, which is like super funny, you know, there is a like walking technique, and I used to have a gym membership in Kiev, and I loved running machine, but I cannot run, so I just walk there with like funk music in my headphones. So basically I just went there, I was walking, and I was like, literally this is like the manifestation method that you need to know. This is called the walking method. When you walk and you like try like to see everything in details, and like literally everything. And I was walking, and I was kind of anxious because I didn't know, like, I haven't heard from my at that moment sponsor. Did he find someone to like for me to go to London and so on? And basically I was still anxious, but I was like, no, you know what, I already have it. Why would I worry if I already have it? And like the universe again was giving me signs again, plenty of conversation about London, plenty of like signs that I'm going to live in London and so on. And I was like, okay, I am sure that it's gonna happen in the perfect time for me. So the thing is, like, we found people who's going to be responsible for me, and we charted and we applied for visa. I never ever in my life applied to visa, and mind it, I never ever been abroad. And for me it was also like getting outside of my comfort zone, and I was like very scary, very scared, and I didn't know what to do. So basically I realized that I had like a job in this trading company, and I realized that I'm not getting like delighted from that. I felt so unwell during this job. I did know that I did that job really horrible, but they still liked me, and I still say hi to them because they are the best. Actually, they supported me because I worked there I think for 3 or 4 months. And there was like one mistake, and the thing about me, I am afraid of making mistakes, and I was super anxious. I do remember that day that I had a call from the boss, and he's like, Sana, we could give you one more chance if you would like to try. And I'm like, you know what, guys, I don't think so. I'm so happy to be a part of your team, but I just feel that this is not my thing, and I wouldn't be able to give anything back to you. So this was like, and that we were speaking together, and we realized that like I've been fired, like not fired like in a bad way, I just resigned. And basically afterwards I was like, I felt like like I freed a lot of space. I'm no longer with my ex-boyfriend, I no longer work at that job, and the only thing that I had is like my little business. And the thing is, on the next day, I don't know why. I forgot that we applied for visa. I didn't know that this is gonna happen like within the month or something, but I did know that plenty of people got rejected and so on. I still remember it was 12th of September, and I'm just checking my inbox on my email, and I was like, where's this receipt? And I've been like, I've been like updating like the thing. I was like chatting with the support, like where's my receipt and so on. I do not have any approval for this course because I don't remember which course I bought. And I'm just seeing like the email from Gov.uk that like your visa update, and I do remember I was like shaking. I was not even 21 yet, I was 20. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? So I clicked on it and I just see these words like, your visa has been approved. Guys, you have no idea how happy I felt at that moment. I started to cry. I called my sister, and the thing is, only my sister knew that I'm applying to living in the UK. I didn't tell anyone about it, and even like my mom didn't know, my parents didn't know. And what happened next, I realized that I'm going to London. And I do remember I bought a ticket with my like lost money, and I was like, damn, am I really going there? And you know what? I just realized that everything could be happening to you if you just believe in it and you believe that you deserve it. And I did know that once in my lifetime I'm going to live in London, because I kind of had a dream of living there. And I do remember when I arrived there, and you know what feeling I had? I felt like home there, and I was like, wow, did I make it? And this is how I did manifest London in my life. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what else would you like to hear from me, and get ready for more videos because I kind of have plenty of ideas to shoot the videos. So thank you for watching it with me, and thank you for experiencing my experience with me at this moment. I love you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.